Discuss Likutei Moharan Torah Lamed Gimel, 33rd Torah, and the schus of Yossi Sosin, who's inspiring us to learn today. I wasn't really in the mood, and it's usually not the day I learn, but Baruch Hashem, Torah, we need to learn. It's also tonight. Yesod should be Yesod. So there's a lot of kedusha and tahara. We have the Zvila Rebbe's Yatzai. We have the kedusha of Yosef Tzaddik, the Ramchal's Yatzai. Zvila Rebbe.
Oh, Zvila.
Shmok.
The one that's buried here.
Shlomka Zvil, yeah, in the Knesset. Yeah.
Knesset. Wow.
Be good to rub off on them a little bit, the kedusha and tahara.
Ramchal's today?
Ramchal as well, yeah. Derech Hashem, yeah, Das Tavuna, all the holy svarim he wrote, Mesilas Yesharim. Can work a little bit. We were learning Zera Shimshon, and we had the famous Mishnah that he brings, or Brisa, with where it says about the derech Mesilas Yesharim. The path is, we start with Zehiris, Zrizis, Zehiris, all the different steps. And Zera Shimshon was bringing it. So Baruch Hashem, Chusneinu, and also Yossi asked me about my son. So it's a big chizuk. We have to pay tribute. I mean, he's welcome to come here if he wants. I did invite him. But he's doing a lot of tipulim on his body, because we picked him up Erev Shabbos, took him to the beach, so that was very healthy. He toveled a lot in the sea. I was helping him with that. And then Shabbos, he was a bit tired out of it. Remember, like when I came back to your place, also it takes a toll on these guys. They don't sleep much. Yeah. He only found us 3 a.m. the night before that he was coming out. So it was an intense mission there. They were sleeping in their clothes the whole time for 3 weeks, and the heat and the toll on their body. His feet are getting right now. He's in a pedicure right now, and he had a back massage for his back because he's carrying heavy stuff the whole time. He looks big. It's intense. I was watching the videos the last day of from the GoPro, the footage. It's so intense, going from house to house, shootouts with the terrorists, like all the different things, finding the tunnels where the hostages are, the one to Nifta, Shem Shmenu, and Baruch Hashem, we got the bodies back, and then all the different scenarios that went on, and I was able to see it with my own eyes, and the intensity and very high quality, because it's a very good GoPro. So the eichas, you see the shooting, and you see the matzav, the whole matzav, the brokenness of the place. Shem Shmenu, and Baruch Hashem, he has good chevra, and we keep davening weiter for his hatzlacha. We're preparing now for the last week of Surah Sa'omer and for Kabbalah Satorah. And one of the things, the comfort I had just before we get into Rabbi Nachman's Holy Torah, that I said to my son, we have to have in mind all the mitzvahs, all the Torah that we get to learn with Yeshiva Das, and they don't get to learn, and all the fact that Shavuot Yom Tov might be, walking around Gaza instead of having the merit to be in a shul and eat cheesecake and all the other nice things we get to do in daven. We have to have in mind that we're all in the neshamas, we're united souls, and we're all together. So everything we're doing, we're dedicating to their merit, and they're dedicating their holy avodat to us. And it's all the Shem Kachabuchu, the Shem Koiswa. V'shmati b'shmo shamash Torah zois kolim Kavanot shal Lulav. It's interesting. This whole Torah that we just learned about Mia Ish Chafetz Chaim, Ohev Yamim Lo Ores Tov. Remember, we had this beautiful concept that we're going to tap into this Ahava from before Ma'aseh Bereishis, through the right way of looking at things and connecting ourselves to Tzaddikim, through Das, through Rahman Aliba Boy, through having the Lev in the right place. All the beautiful Torahs we were just learning, seeing the Osis of Torah and everything, the Torah that's Ganuza, hidden, the Tzaddikim, the Gnazim, all the beautiful concepts. This is all connected to the Klalim, the rules of Kavanot shal Lulav, of a Lulav. Right now we're getting away from Shavuot, but Shavuot we don't actually have a Chayfetz, Shal Mitzvah. We don't, other than the Torah itself, we don't have a davar mitzvah to do other than learn. We don't shake lulav, we don't eat matzah, we don't go on a sukkah. It's a different kind of Yom Tov what we're heading towards now. One of the Tzaddikim said that the best thing to do for Shavuot is to learn Hilchos Yom Tov. because you're not learning about the chametz and matzah, you're not learning about the lulav and esrog, you learn about Yom Tov, the Torah of Yom Tov. But anyway, so he says the kavanah of everything we just learned is kavanah shalolav. Lo zechita lishma b'or inyan, ach anyanti masasi kasat. I was not. This is the os test. He heard in his name. Who's hearing in whose name? Let's see what it says underneath. This is Rabbi Nosson. Everything from here onwards is Rabbi Nosson speaking. Rabbi Nosson the main Talmud of Rabbi Nachman, Ben Fega, Ben Simcha, and he heard these words and said them b'Torah Sasibur in front of all the Breslovers. Rabbi Nosson was hearing that this Torah, the Pinimi of this Torah is Kavanah Shalom.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird. We're learning. Hopefully, our client should come back soon.
Yeah.
You know when?
Thursday morning, you will have a class.
Yeah.
Shabbat Hashem. I wish it was.
Yeah.
He told me tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we were learning.
It's air.
We were learning about the Zera Ampin, and we spoke about like we're learning about Kriya Shema and how the light comes from its purest place, and how when you say it at the proper time, you are forming the light that comes from your pure place in the best possible way. When you don't say Kriya Shema, you say that at the not proper time, you're playing with, it can go to wrong places, okay? But it's Daat, but it comes from that place, okay? And I guess
of Hashem Echad.
Of Hashem Echad, exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, all that. So too with the Lulav also, there's this like shaking of all six directions, and
there's other
it's like the Daat of the Zera Anpin, and like that's going to be a key part. It's like, hey, it's a great way, I guess another great way to tap into that pure Daat light source.
So, I mean, I'll just tell you a little bit like what I know Kavanot Lulav based on being by Tzaddikim, and watching them doing the Nanuim, the shaking of the Lulav. I mean, there's one of the main Likutas is you push it forward and you bring it back into yourself. Mm-hmm. The concept is the Or Pinimi, bringing the Or within, constantly, more Pinimis. You're bringing it in all the different directions. You're going in a more Pinimius way, to the Chesed, to the Gevurah, to the Tiferes, to the Netzach, Hod, Yisod, Malchus. All the different directions we're going, because there's 6 directions, and Malchus is bringing it back in again. So you're makabel the Or, and each way you're doing it in a way that you're makabel. It's all connected to like gratitude, because we usually don't other than the first set. We do it during Hallel, which is all connected to thanking Hashem and davening on Hashem Mashiach, Adil Hashem, but thanking Hashem again and again. So I'm davening to Hashem. So there's a koyach within the Nanuim, through the koyach of thanking Hashem, through the koyach of the Hallel, we're bringing mamshich all these ashbars, and there's a certain amount of numbers of Nanuim that we do according to Arizal, and it fixes all the different directions, as you said. It fixes. The most important point is to internalize. Is the Or Pinimi. That's the main Likuta. It should come inside. That's one of the things that connects to this Torah, that we're becoming very Pinimius, where we start to see through the Bria. We learn how to look. Though a person who wants life is able to love the days. What's the days? As we've been doing Sfira Salomeh, or each day has its Pinimius light. It's good, and to look. It's Tov to be able to see the good and to bring everything back to a shorish, which is Ahava. Hashem loves us. The love of Hashem, to tune into that deep love that Hashem has for us. That's the koyach of internalization, and that the Lulav is a manifestation of doing that avodah of Pinimi. Now, obviously, each of the Daleminim has significance, and there's each day of Sukkot has significance, and the oiris, the awe that goes on, and all the tefillahs that we say before. You read them in some of the Hasidic Sidurim, and you see there's such oiris going on with it, and there's all yichudim as well. With each dalet of the daleminim is a different kind of yichud, and you're bringing it miachid zeh v'zeh, you're bringing it all together, all the different daleminim, and this is the kind of tikkunim that we're bringing together. And he talks about it below. He says this idea of samachtem lefnei Hashem lekechem shivus yomim. Yeah, the lulav is the agad yachadim and hadassim aravas. Everything's being joined together, and this is the whole idea of making yichudim and bringing it all the different directions. And the Nanuim is very big Kedusha. He said there's 18 Nanuim, and you do each one, because each one direction you do 3 times, 6 directions. 6 times 3 is 18. Yeah, and you do that 4 times. So how many nuim b'sof? 72. 72 is shame of chesed, ahava. Yeah, kenogim b'chol yomei sukkos hotzi yom hashabbos.
Chesed is 72.
Yeah, but lulav hu lahamshich hasodim. You're bringing down the chasodim all the way down to Malchus. That's what he says underneath.
And then the 6 days of Sukkot are 6 sefirot of Zerah Anpin.
Yeah, so it connects into what you're saying. With the Shema as well. There is definitely a connection between Shema and Lulav. This is what Rabbi Nachman said over Rabbi Nachman. The main commandments of Lulav is what? To draw down the chasodim until the chazah, which is all the way down, down to the lowest parts of the human. La'arim el malchus. Tzrichim la'nane na'nuim. And you need to do this through the nanuim, through the shaking. And this connects in. Remember, we had the idea of das. We're trying to bring the das into reality more and more. Connect to the tzaddikim or mishorish chasodim shebedas. The light that's the root kindness that's in das. And the chasodim is pashet beguf. And the point is that the chasodim should spread out into the guf, into the person. Or godol mishorishim shebedas. And you're drawing down this extra light, this great light, from the root into das. It's in das. Ein sham b'priya Yitzchaim. Yeah, this is from the holy Chaim Vital, the Talmud of the Arizal, B'shar Lulav, in the whole gate of the Lulav. Gam b'voy Hashem Kavanot be'inyan akosiv Yamam Mitzaveh Hashem Chasto, which is one of the first psukim we brought when we started learning this Torah. V'lo ama yom ela yomam shuholech im kulam ein sham. So once again, there's a connection with this concept of the days that Hashem commands His kindness. Remember, we're drawing down His kindness into the days through tuning into the Pinimi, the Ahava. And as you said, he says here underneath, Ela b'koachas b'sheish asviris shepasif ze ampin. This is what you were talking about before. It says underneath in Kuf Tes. Zos mechavin sha'af yechuda atzma shel kol achas min amidas kulim ke'echad mivtat es chasta v'avas t'shar Hashem yisparach telefanav Ekoin ze lamed min a pasuk yamam Hashem sav v'chasta af mezorka b'kavanot lulav. You only get this in the merit of the kavanot lulav. Okay, he goes on to say, Rabbi Nassim, because Torah now, everything we just learned in this Torah from Rabbi Nachman, Rabbi Nassim explained in Kavanot Lulav, Al Pi Dacha Noresh Rabbeinu, Zechon el Brocha, and he says this is according to the mouth, the holy mouth the awesome mouth of his rabbi, should be remembered for blessing. His Rebbe, K'mivah Sham Sha'ayidei K'fias HaYetzer. Remember, one of the main things we said already is through humbling the YITZCHAK, the inclinations. Zochel legalas ahava, and then through that, by controlling your Yetzer, and this is the whole thing of Yesod should be Yesod. It's like the climax of the Gibor. Who's a Gibor? Who's a Tzaddik? He's controlling his Yetzer. Zochel legalas ahava. Yosef the Tzaddik was that Madrega. Shlomo Chizvela, his Yotzai, was that Madrega. They say by the Ramchal also. He had this Zionist, like people were against him big time, both in Italy and in Amsterdam, less in Amsterdam, more in Italy. And he had big Isnagdis, and he was able to control the usual reactions of a human and go above and beyond towards the people that were against him. And it was part of his Slacha with his Svarim, ultimately, even though then it was very difficult, but ultimately his legacy, as we know, has affected us all. Shehu Yomam Da'aza Im Kulu Yomin. And the chesed is that the day goes with all the days. And just like the day goes after the first day of the Sfira, that's the first day, which is actually the chiyuv of bringing the actual korban omer, and everything goes after that first day, chesed shebechesed, the Ahava, the day of Ahava. So too with the Ahava, is the chesed is the clothing of all the attributes. Like we said already, that there's love in the das, and it's above the time and the attributes. And it's by joining, and this is a very important word, kesh, mekasha. Big thing in Chabad, big thing in Chassidus is kashrus, joining your heart to das, joining it to the Rebbe, to Tzaddik. because the heart is in his rishus. He's controlling his heart, not the heart's controlling him. And the kabbalah mamidus or Ahava shebedas v'chilei kanal. Well, there sod kavanas lulav, and that's what we know with the lulav. Shehu lahamshich ha'ara mishoresh chasadim shebedas. We're drawing down the root of the kindness from the das. Shebenas Ahava shebedas, and this is the aspect of love that's in das. The tochech chasadim shebeguf, bringing it into the chasadim, to the inside the guf, inside the body of the person. Shebechinas klalias amidus, that include all the attributes. Shebekulam abushim chasadim, because everything ultimately is clothed from kindness. Shehem bechinas ahava kanal. Alzeh kedei layeh ala malchus, and that lights all the way down to malchus through all the different. And what is malchus in this case of lulav? Is the esrog, the shehu esrog. Kedei legalis malchus kol oilam, and this is to reveal malchus to all that come to the world. Shemotz elekusa b'chol l'shonos ha'akum, and that was one of the things of this Torah. Them are able to see Hashem's godliness in every language of the nations, in every place we go. B'chol ha'davar gashmin, every single physical thing. B'chol midorah klipas kanal, and in all the things and all of the dwellings of where the klipas are, we can still see the elikus. B'chol zehu b'chinas malchusa b'chol mishala. Then we get to that level that Hashem's kingship is, He's ruling over all the places. That's I think. Anyway, I think we'll do the rest another time. Almost finished the Torah. This is Rabbi Nosson now, so we've got Rabbi Nosson's out.
I'll tell you, there is something interesting about learning about Lulav. What? I'm in the middle of Shavuot. I'm in my head and Sukkot.
But it all connects on the Pinimi.
There is something, but it's good to.
It connects. It connects on the Pinimi. Because each day of Sukkot is also a sphere. It's also a neshpizin. It's also, it's constantly going over these and getting them more deep inside.
Yeah.
And the lulav is when it manifests the most, and you can, with your own body, draw it in.
Right.
Sure.
Soldier, he's holding the gun and he's shooting it like a lulav, like he's shooting all our enemies. I always thought about that command as lulav, and that's begala be'emes the Ahava as well, because the manshma ba'ava. That's what Shlomo has been saying. We're destroying our enemies. It's the manshma ba'ava. It's for the sake of Hashem with love. And then the idea also lulav is ta'ali beinu la'avdecha be'emes. Rashi Tevis. Ta'ali beinu la'avdecha be'emes. So Rashi Tevis lulav.
Very nice.
The ta'ali beinu la'avdecha. The vav.